Buster. Brace yourselves. You might want to sit down.
Spider-Man's real name is... Spider-Man's name is Peter Parker.
What the f...
What's going on, moviegoers? If you're new to the channel, my name is Christian and welcome to SeaWorld Productions. Spider-Man 3 and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2 have both been delayed due to this pandemic. Damn it! Now, I knew Spider-Man 3 was going to be delayed. I was like, there's no way Spider-Man 3 is going to hit that July release date. Especially if production was supposed to start July this year. And Tom Holland confirmed that it was unsure when this film is going to start production because of this whole pandemic. He was literally in the middle of shooting Uncharted, and everybody got sent home literally like after the first day. So I'm pretty sure he still has to shoot Uncharted first, and then shoot Spider-Man 3. It's all under Sony. It's under the same belt. And I did think, because Venom getting delayed to June 25th of next year, there was no way that Sony would allow both of these films to kind of compete with each other. And I know a month apart is still a lot, but I just didn't think that was the most idealistic approach to take with two films under the same belt and two comic book movies. I just didn't think that was a good idea. So I knew that Spider-Man 3 was going to get delayed, and it got delayed all the way to November 5th of 2021. And it's for the better. It really is, because it's up in the air right now. Nobody knows when, the economy is going to reopen. Nobody knows, when theaters are going to reopen. They just don't. Like, Warner Brothers is legit just taking a big old risk right now with The Tenet coming out in July. That's a couple months away. That's 2 months away. That's not a lot of time. So they're very much confident that film can still succeed if the economy reopens by July. And then they have Wonder Woman 1984 dropping in August. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see what really happens with, with the theaters reopening and the timing of everything, and when the economy reopens and when all these studios can continue shooting, their films that they had planned on shooting. But yeah, Spider-Man got pushed back to that November 5th, 2021 release date. Now, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2 has been delayed 5 months. It was supposed to drop in April of 2022, and now will drop October 7th in 2022, my birthday, which makes it even better. But that's a bummer. I am still bummed that Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2 got delayed. I cannot wait for that film. That first movie, the Academy Award winning Best Animated Picture film. Who would have thought? Unbelievable. That film was so spectacular, no pun intended, from start to finish. It was so damn original. The animation was beautiful. The best animation I've ever seen in theaters. I legit went into that theater, did not really know what I was going to expect. Saw maybe 1 or 2 trailers, saw it in theaters, ended up loving it so much. And it's still to this day, everybody thinks Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is legit like the best Spider-Man movie of all time. And you can argue the best comic book movie of all time. I know Joe Rogan watched it with his daughter the other day, and he said that this was the best comic book movie of all time. And I was like, oh, if Joe Rogan is saying that, it's got to be true. But I'm still hyped. I'm really hyped for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2. I can't wait to see what kind of new Spider-Man they introduce. I still hope to see the Japanese Spider-Man. I still hope to see, the Sam Raimi, the Andrew Garfield, the 90s animated Spider-Man. Big potential villains like Rhino, Scorpion, Hydra Man, Sandman, Dr. Connors, the Lizard, Shocker. There's so many more different iterations that they can come up with. I love the villains in the first film. It was so unique. It was so refreshing. This shit was just so cool. And Kingpin and the Prowler. It's just you can't go wrong with Miles Morales. Miles Morales. To introduce Miles Morales to the world on the big screen in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was huge, especially the way it was done. It was so damn accurate. It was so relatable. It was so awesome. So awesome. But man, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2, Spider-Man 3, both have been delayed. Curious to see what else what else films are going to be delayed as well. I know Marvel kind of had a shift in their release dates with other films like Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness and Thor Love and Thunder, which I'll be doing separate videos on those. But it's going to be interesting to see what really happens, man. And like I said, we don't know when things are going to change. We really don't. So, you know, I'm kind of taking everything with a grain of salt. Nothing is safe. Any film that was supposed to release this year is not safe. Maybe for the rest of the year they do VOD. Who knows? You know what I mean? It's really up in the air, and nobody can guarantee a release date as of right now. Nobody can guarantee, because even when even when the economy reopens, things are going to be so different, very different. They're going to still have to practice all these practices that we're doing right now. It's going to be very, very different and difficult. You know, going to amusement parks, going to movie theaters. Like, imagine going to the movie theater and you can't go to a sellout screening. You know, the seats available are like every other seat or every 2 seats. You know what I mean? It's going to get down to like that, less and less showings, because I'm pretty sure movie theaters are going to need more time to sanitize and clean and actually clean those fucking seats. Because I've worked at a movie theater before, and let me tell y'all something, it's terrible. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see what really happens, you know, towards, you know, maybe June-ish. We'll see what happens. But post your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about Spider-Man 3 and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2 both getting delayed. Post your comments down below, you guys, and thank you for taking time in today for us at CeeReal Productions. Peace.
We out.